All right, let's talk about something really cool today. We're going to dive into a tool that basically promises a one-click fix for, well, pretty much everything. I'm talking about anything from a glitch in an app you use every day to a crack in the sidewalk right outside your house. So how does it all work? Let's find out. You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You're just walking down the street and boom, there's this huge ugly crack in the sidewalk. Or maybe your favorite app just totally glitches out on you. You see the problem, you get that little spike of frustration, and then what? What can you actually do about it? It kind of makes you feel powerless, doesn't it? Well, what if you could? What if you could actually turn that frustration into a fix? That's the big idea we're digging into today. The power to see a problem and actually get it solved. Okay, so first, let's just get on the same page about how big this is. Think about your daily life, both, in the real world and online. It's just filled with these little nagging problems that most of the time nobody ever reports. I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those cracked sidewalks that you almost trip over, potholes that feel like craters, and of course the litter that just makes a nice park look not so nice. And then there's our digital world, which is a whole other story, right? App bugs, broken links, user experiences that just make you want to throw your phone. It's constant. So what if there was like an easy button for all of this stuff? That's really the big idea behind CleanApp. It's supposed to be this one super simple tool that lets you report literally any problem you come across. And the concept? It's genius because it's so simple. You, the user, you do the one thing you're already great at, noticing when something's wrong. You see it, you spot it. Then the app's AI brain takes over and does all the hard work. It figures out what the problem is, who needs to fix it, and it follows up until it's actually done. And this, right here, is the app's real superpower. It's not just for physical problems or digital problems. It handles both. So yeah, you can report a pothole, but you can also flag a serious bug in a massive app. The ones made by those trillion-dollar companies. It's like a universal remote for reporting problems. Okay, so how does it all actually work? This is the fun part. This is where the magic happens, right? How a simple picture from your phone becomes a problem that's actually solved. And spoiler alert, it involves some pretty smart AI. From your perspective, it's almost nothing. You open the app and boom, the camera is ready to go. You see a problem, you snap a photo or a quick video, you tap one button, and that's it. You are done. You don't have to Google who to call or which department to email. The AI looks at the photo, figures out what's going on, and sends it to the right people. It could be the city's public works team, or it could be the engineers at a huge software company. The app does all that routing for you. And hey, don't think these digital reports are just about small stuff. We're talking about users finding really high-value insights, stuff that exposes major, even fatal flaws in the core features of these giant trillion-dollar apps. Think Google, Meta, LinkedIn. A single report from a user can be incredibly valuable feedback for them. So this all starts to point to something much bigger, right? This isn't just about fixing little annoyances to make our day better. It's actually about tackling a huge economic problem, a massive inefficiency in how we deal with things breaking. And this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard. The platform already has some serious traction. We're talking about almost 1 million installs and over 300,000 reports processed. So the concept is definitely proven. And get this, it's 100% open source, which is amazing for building trust with the community. It really is a system built by the people who use it. Okay, let's talk about the money, because this is where it gets really crazy. Why should businesses and cities care? Well, look at this number. In the US alone, we're talking over $700 billion a year is just wasted. Wasted on liability costs from things going wrong with properties and products. That's not just a big number. That's a staggering amount of money. And to put that into perspective for you, that amount, that's about 2% of the entire US GDP. 2%. That's a massive drag on the whole economy. And it's all coming from problems that could have been fixed when they were small. So here's the kicker. If you take that number and then you zoom out to the whole world and you add in all the extra costs, you're looking at a multi-trillion-dollar global opportunity. That's the real takeaway here. Fixing stuff early isn't just a nice thing to do, it's incredibly smart financially for everybody involved. Which brings us to the last, and honestly, the most important part of this whole thing. The tech is cool, the money makes sense, but none of it works without one key ingredient: you. You've probably heard this term floating around, RLHF. It stands for Reinforced Learning with Human Feedback. It's the secret sauce behind a lot of the crazy AI stuff we see today. Well, With an app like this, you are the H&R LHF. You're the human feedback. Your eyes, spotting that crack or that bug, that's the data that makes the whole AI system smarter. You are literally teaching the machine how to see the world's problems and, ultimately, how to fix them. And the future vision for this is even wilder. The plan is to start integrating things like robots and drones. So imagine you report a crack on a bridge, and just moments later, a drone flies out to get a closer look. And for software bugs, bots will automatically try to replicate the problem you found, giving developers way better information. The end goal here? To scale this whole thing by 100x, getting to over 100 million active people reporting problems.
So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? It's that a small action, when you combine it with smart technology, can lead to huge change. It really does start with just one person, one click, one report. So it kind of leaves you with a question, doesn't it? What's the first problem you're going to fix?